Hey everybody, welcome to Reading Between the Lines. For the past several weeks, all the readings have been telling us that along with God being almighty, all powerful, all knowing, all of these things that we think of when we think of God, God's also gentle and merciful and kind. And this week, the readings tell us that God can be found in the peace and in the quiet. First reading is taken from 1 Kings chapter 19. And what we have is a prophet, Elijah, one of the majorest prophets ever, running for his life. He's worried. The people of Israel have turned against God. They killed all the prophets except for him. He's the only one left. They want to kill him. So he's running away. He's really scared. So he hides in a cave. And God tells him, go outside of the cave and wait for me. Right? Now imagine you're running for your life. And you hide, and then God says, wait for me, come outside and wait for me. You'd probably expect God to come as something that's going to help you, namely fire or armor or soldiers or whatever, right? But what does Elijah find? He goes outside to wait for God, and there's a huge wind that gathers up, and Elijah knows that that's not God. And then there's a huge earthquake that happens, and the ground shakes, and the cave that he's in rumbles. And Elijah knows that that's not God either. And then this super gentle, quiet breeze just floats by. And Elijah's like, yes, that's God. And then God tells him what to do. A very similar thing happens in the gospel. It's Matthew chapter 14, and Jesus has just fed the 5,000 plus people, right, with the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, which is a huge miracle. And the people are like, that's amazing. We want to make you the king, and we want to make you our king, and we're just going to like praise you and give you anything you want. And Jesus knows that that's not what he's there for. So he takes his apostles, which super bummer, right? You're part of Jesus's like posse, and you just did this huge miracle, and you're part of this really big thing, and people are going to like start adoring you, and then your boss calls you up and says, yeah, let's go now. Like, that's what Jesus does. The Bible says Jesus makes them get in the boat and they go away. So probably they didn't want to do that. But he makes them go away. He leaves them on the boat. He goes off to pray, and a huge storm starts brewing, right? They're worried. They're worried about what's going to happen. Jesus walks on water, walks towards the boat. They think it's a ghost. And then he says, no, it's me. And then Peter comes out, and then he walks on the water and he falls. Everybody knows that story, right? So again, what do we have? We have something crazy going on, right? With Elijah, it was that people wanted to kill him. With the apostles, it's that this storm is raging. And yet when Jesus comes, he says, just focus on me, and everything dies down, everything calms down, right? So in all of this, we have God, we have Jesus saying, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter how crazy the world is, how many things are going at you, one thing after the next, faster and faster, and you don't think you can keep up with it, no matter what's going on, God is in the peace, he's in the calm, he's in the stillness, and if you're with him, then you will feel and find peace and calm and stillness. So much so that in the second reading, I know we haven't mentioned it yet, but it's Romans chapter 9. Paul's still talking, right? He wrote Romans. Paul's like really sad. He's really like, he's anguished because he's a Jew, and the Jewish people were God's chosen people, right? They are God's chosen people. They're God's family. They're the people that God came to with Jesus, right? And yet they've rejected Jesus, right? And it really brings him a lot of pain. He's like, everything I'm preaching to these people, to these Gentiles, these non-Jewish people, is really supposed to be for the Jews, but they didn't accept it. And so he's really sad. However, he knows that where there's God, there's peace. Where there's God, there's calm and there's stillness. And it gives him the ability to keep doing what he's doing, keep preaching to the Gentiles, and keep knowing that even though some of the Jews at that time didn't accept Jesus, that God will make everything work. And as long as he stays with God, he'll find peace within himself and what he's doing. So the same thing to us. no matter what's going on in the world, no matter how crazy things get, as long as you stay with God, you will find peace and stillness and calm in your life. I hope that's a message that helps you out, because I know that the world is a crazy place right now. But our God is the God of peace and calm and stillness. God bless you. Have a great week.
We hope you like this video. Please click subscribe and ring the bell to be notified every time we post something new for you. God bless.